Hey everyone, welcome to Black Sheep Requiem. Today I'll be doing an album review. As some of you that watched my last video, I'm kind of changing the format of my channel a little bit. I'm going to be doing more strictly like single record reviews instead of like my big collection updates that I did. I know a lot of you really like my collection updates. I got a lot of messages and stuff, comments and stuff like that on my Facebook, Instagram, and on here on YouTube, saying how much you liked my updates, but they were just too much, with my work life, my personal life, that kind of thing. And there's plenty of people out there that do it way better than I do, and I just thought I'd let them do that. I'm going to get more into, like I said, band reviews, band interviews, interviewing people like from labels. I'm gonna do like artists that do like record covers, different dark art, that kind of a thing. So I'm really gonna mix it up, get more into depth on different scenes, that kind of a thing. Interviews with other VCers, have some conversations, kind of a podcast style. So that's kind of the direction where I'm going. So with that said, the first thing I'm reviewing is the new record from the Ruins of Beverast, and this is their new record, the Thule of Grimoires, and this is released in January of this year, 2021, on Van Records. What I've always really liked with Ruins of Beverast, they're always at the fore-reaching and long form extreme compositions in their music. I mean, nobody does it better for them in the long form as far as I'm concerned. This is a 6 record, full-length record that is, from them, and the main man behind the Ruins of Beverast is Alexander von Mellenwald. Hopefully I said that correctly. But yeah, like always, Alexander on this kind of touches on black metal, death metal, doom metal. There's dark wave in here. There's some psychedelic kind of flourishes here and there, and then there's like different samples, and it just kind of creates this unique landscape that he does. A big thing with these guys that I really like, and even more prominent on this record, is his attention to detail. Is like second to none. I mean, from the composition, the aesthetics of it, the musicianship, the lyrical themes, it's just very articulate, and it's astonishing. I mean, especially even in a world of black metal where there's so much experimentation and such room to do a lot of different things, it really stands out. So I'm really impressed with that. And on this record, it's just, he's took it to another level. It just has like real doomy passages on this with bludgeoning blast beats, and then it's kind of interspersed with like real unnerving passages. This record already feels like it's a little colder and bleaker than his previous work. It's like atmospheric doom. It's like overlaid with ominous, real ritualistic, like chants and like, triumphant fervor, as far as like I would say. It's really cool shit. But big thing with this record, it has the gothic stylings on this are way more prevalent than they were on his previous work. It just creates, nothing short of menacing on it. Has, like a lot of drowning, clean vocals on this. And then there's also the raging black metal moments that are warped, when they're dark and spacey. Kind of almost makes it like feel kind of dreamlike in a way. So, but yeah, Alexander has found some new layers of catchiness on this record too. That I really liked. And yes, it does have, some of that, typo negative feel that people have talked about. Everybody's like, oh yeah, it kind of sounds like typo in certain areas, which that's true, it does. It has a little feel to that. Even his voice, once in a while we'll kind of get, you know, kind of like Peter Steele. But in my opinion, he's taken it to a much darker, you know, enlightened space and sound, you know, than anything like that, in my opinion. You know, the black metal vocals on this are perfectly executed. They're well timed, you know, drum hits with the vocals that just combine perfectly. You know, it's got huge towering, you know, guitar tones on this record. The guitars, like, they envelop the songs and they spell out like a perfect darkness needed for this record. Overall, I mean, this record is just, you know, it's absolute pleasure on my ears. I really enjoy the direction that Alexander has went. I think it's unimaginable for me that he could get any better, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I just think it's that good of a record. And that's part of what I'm doing with this series, is that I'm trying to highlight records that I think are records that should be listened to. Not like on my collection updates or, you know, that kind of thing where I'm just throwing a bunch of records at you and you know, some I might like, you know, more than others, like a lot of things. But on this, I want to spotlight more stuff that I really think people should just check out, at least, you know. I mean, everybody has different ears and they hear things differently, but this is one of those records, so that's why I picked this for the first one. Overall with this record, it's just a grand chugging of cinematic, malevolent death doom that's stunning. I mean, that's the best way I can wrap it up. So yeah, you know, check it out, you know, on whatever format you can get hold of it. You know, listen to some tunes, see what you like. It's the Ruins of Beverast. And also, just so you guys don't forget, or I don't know if I've even said it before, as far as like my record updates and what I'm getting in and all that stuff, subscribe to me on my Instagram, which is just Black Sheep Requiem also. Do that, because on there I probably show 2 or 3 albums a day of what I'm listening to, new stuff I'm getting in, and that kind of a thing. So if you want to kind of keep up with that kind of thing, I'll probably put better descriptions on there and kind of do stuff like that now on my Instagram, instead of just throwing stuff up and with the small thing. That way it gives people an idea of what I'm listening to and maybe a hint of what it sounds like, that type of thing. But yeah, check me out on there, and I got lots of shit coming for you guys, so I hope you're ready. Until then, stay extreme.